Sorry, Mike with his great ads there.
So yeah, very weird thing that happened over the weekend. So Microsoft announced a whole raft of changes to Xbox Live Gold. Swinny, as he always does, did a whole heap of work in our run sheet in the
A
background.
lot. All these images,
and
all the...
And I'll quickly
Poor
just
guy.
run through. So essentially what they were doing is, and a lot of us, predicted this given that they were starting to get rid of a lot of the 12-month subscriptions. So essentially what they did is the 1 month, 3 months, 6 months retained, 12 months, they got rid of it. The 1 month went up to $1, up by $1, the 3 month went up by 5, and the 6 month went up by 20. But essentially what they were doing is
US dollars, no less.
US dollars. It all works out to be 12 months is now $120 a year instead of $60 a year. And then it just works backwards for the 1 month, 3 months, and 6 months with a bit of a premium. So, people lost their minds over this. So essentially it's almost like doubling the price of it. And then pretty much offering no new value for it. It's just essentially, hey, we haven't updated the price. It really seemed like they're ripping the Band-Aid. Huge pushback on it. And then, what was it? A matter of 8 hours? It felt?
It felt less than that.
Maybe
I don't
less.
know. It felt like 4 hours.
Yeah, probably about that. I don't even get how... I don't understand.
They then reversed course and said, we're not going to change the price. But not only that, they then ended up saying that free-to-play games, which is a bit of a bugbear for people, like Fortnite and Halo Infinite when it comes out, the multiplayer component, the free-to-play games, now you can play without Xbox Live Gold. So they went from doubling the price of Xbox Live Gold to not doubling it and then giving you more stuff for free. It's very,
sorry, we screwed up 8 hours ago. This is the part that, there's a lot to talk about, but the part that I don't get is they said that they listened to feedback and they decided to reverse the decision.
Well, they did, yeah.
Yeah, but how much feedback did they listen to in such a short period of time? I don't get it. It's not like they went, wow.
It's pretty obvious.
Really...
It's pretty obvious.
What? They went on Reddit, saw a few things and went, oh, geez, okay, we better reverse this instantly.
Every major outlet was having op-eds about
I know, but it's so weird to see a backtrack that quickly.
It is. But to be fair,
it's fishy.
From a modern PR perspective, right, there's a couple of things that have really changed the game. Like in the old days, if you had a scandal, the best move was just to go quiet. And then the newspapers, they didn't have anything to, latch onto, and the TV shows didn't have anything to latch onto. So they just move on. But the modern day, it's the opposite. It's if you have a scandal about yourself, you should actually attack. You should attack the person, say, oh, I didn't do anything wrong. This person's a liar. And then people will just go, well, he's saying that, she's saying this, who knows? That's now the modern day. This kind of stuff, the modern day PR thing is to just reverse it. To just go, oh, no, we've changed our mind. We've listened to feedback. And honestly, people won't even remember this. People will forget about this because they haven't gotten angry enough about it that they'll just forget it. But I wanted to ask,
and now they get some extra free stuff.
I want to ask Swinny as the Xbox shill in charge, and I guess a part of Xbox to some degree, and Microsoft being the Hall of Famer. Why did they do this, Swinny?
First of all, my weekly correction that I'm not in the Xbox Hall of Fame, that is incorrect. That is fake news.
Well, that's your opinion, and I've got my opinion. Why do you think they did this, Winnie?
When you read the original announcement by Xbox, this was worded in such a mischievous way, such a misleading way you always try to mitigate any negative bad news by in your communications, but the fact that it's only $1 per month, $5 per month. But the fact that, that doubling essentially of the 12-month cost, if for anyone that was looking for those long-term subscriptions, was just ridiculous. And what I found is what you see a lot is in these big stories, articles will just get updated. So, they'll still have the headline of Microsoft increases Xbox Live.
Not all of them,
and they'll just have updating brackets or update. And so a lot of these people, especially even on places like Reddit, where a lot of people do get their news from those sources, where they may not actually see the reversal part of
That's
this.
True.
And it's already done damage to them. This was such a bad, just a bad way to do this. You know,
It was.
I understand them trying to move people off and trying to essentially phase out Xbox
So yeah, let's
Live
talk
Gold,
about the why. Yeah.
but this was a very, very bad way to do it. Basically, there's no
But
other way to say it.
let's unpack the why a little bit, because I think it's exactly what he
I-
said. It's to try to
I've
phase
got-
out gold. I think it's to get people onto
No.
Ultimate.
No, I don't.
Why else?
I
Why
don't think
not?
it's anything to do with phasing out gold, right? I think it's so obvious that they're trying to do a McDonald's pricing strategy on this, which is
To make the other option look better by
just
making this one
make
look
them
shit.
so close to each
Yeah.
other that you get some shitty games, 5 games. Even though this month's pretty good for games for gold, but normally you get it's okay. Versus, well, hey, it's only a few bucks more, and I get Game Pass, and it's got 200 games on it. That's
But it's
the
not
whole
even
thing.
a few bucks more. It's the same price now. It would have made it the same price, wouldn't it?
No, I
Because
don't think so.
well, yeah, $10.99 USD would be about $15 Australian, which is about what Ultimate is per month, isn't it?
I don't
So,
know how much Ultimate is.
I think
in America.
Ultimate I think is 15 US.
Yeah.
15
yeah.
US. I don't think I'm paying $20. Let me
Yeah,
just
but
log
you
into
would
my
have
online
got on
banking
sales
and
and
check.
everything. Swinny's right.
No.
Like,
I'm on a monthly thing. I was on
No,
a
but the
monthly thing.
RRP is $10. Would have been $10 for Xbox Live versus Live Gold versus $15 for Game Pass, and that's what I'm saying. They're trying to do like a McDonald's pricing strategy where it's just so much better value that people just go, oh, they're so close to each other. Just spend a little bit more and I'll get
hang on,
Game
you
Pass
guys-
Ultimate.
You guys are wrong, and the Ultimate Shill is wrong as well. It's 16 Australian dollars per month.
No, but we're
I
saying
said
US.
15
We're
I
saying
said
US.
15.
No,
US.
Australian.
Don't
It's
worry about the Australian.
$15.95
Australia's a different
no,
market.
No, I know it's a different market, but what I'm saying is, well, okay, so it's 15 US versus 11 US. It would have been.
No, 10 US, right?
Wait, so are you telling me that we actually get a really good deal in Australia? On
Yeah, but it's a
Ultimate?
different market, man. It's a different market. Like,
No, but wait, whoa. Can we talk about that for a second? I didn't realize that. We have it good in Australia for once, where we get something cheaper
no, there's a lot
than the
of
rest
times,
of the world.
to be honest, there's a lot of times we get stuff for cheaper, and everyone just whinges in Australia because we had it
No,
so
okay,
bad
that's fair
for
enough.
such
We
a long
also
time.
get new games being released cheaper in a lot of compared
Games
to
are
some
so
other
much
places and
cheaper
stuff as
in
well.
Australia than
Yeah,
America.
that's fair enough. But
Like,
no, I'm just
insanely
surprised.
cheaper.
I'm surprised. I did not realize that we have cheaper Xbox
Anyway,
Live than we do.
that's been like that for ages.
Huh.
But
Anyway, yeah.
do you
Wow.
like? So that's my theory. My theory is like like McDonald's pricing theory. Make it so close that the option that's larger just looks like so much more value. I'll just spend a few more dollars.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
What do you reckon, Sweeney?
Well, when I said phase out, that's where I was kind of going with that. It's more about just you make it so that essentially no one is on Xbox Live Gold except for people that only play one game and they're not interested in signing up for anything on Game Pass.
Well, Ultimate has gold in it as well, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not like phasing
Why
it
would
out.
you
It's
do
just
that? Yeah.
getting them to upgrade to that bigger.
Well, no. I
beefier.
think ultimately it's not just to get people to upgrade and pay the extra $3. I legit think it's to actually not have two compete. They're not. I wouldn't call them two competing services, but it is a bit of a disjointed service experience.
Yeah,
Why
it is.
on one platform offer people two completely separate options, and then it I can see how they just want to simplify it and they want to go, you know what, it's done. You're not going to pay that much more for the full experience, so to speak. And I think this is also backed up by the fact that they killed the 12-month thing. They don't want people to sign up to this thing for a long period. The shorter, the better. So then there's, at worst case scenario in 6 months' time, they'll reassess their decision and move on to Ultimate. It's clearly because they want to get people onto Ultimate. And I think it makes sense.
Also, don't forget, based on their rules, I just followed their rules, Xbox rules, and how they allow people to, upgrade to Game Pass Ultimate. I got Xbox Live Gold, the 12-month. I got 3 of them, so 36 months, for it was like $50 each. No, $40 each or something like that.
Yep.
And then I just paid the $1 thing to upgrade to Game Pass Ultimate. So then I had Ultimate for 36 months for $3 a month or something like that. So obviously that's also something that they probably want to get rid of. People, I don't know how many people do that, but I don't know anything about Xbox and I knew about that people could do that. So
Well, can you still buy those cards or have they
Yeah,
completely
you can still
whatever
buy 'em.
was left? You can still buy those cards.
not the ones that I got really cheap because my ones had like Halo branding on it. So
I had
just
a
looked
bunch
weird.
of those from when Dick Smith closed down and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. So I think
like
they
$30
needed to just get
pop
rid of
or
them because it looked ridiculous advertising Halo 4 or something like that. But or Halo 5, I think it was. But yeah, so
Well, it's not
they
like
still
they
have
have
the
a new
12 months
Halo
at this
yet,
stage.
so-
But they're getting rid of it. I think they're still getting rid of the 12-month card. So yeah. All right, well, let's get into the next story.